What is up, gamers? That's right. Welcome back to another episode of the Crubcast, the only show on the internet where it always and only gets worse every single week. My name is All Hail Buckets, aka Nico. With me today, I have my co-host Wolf Ko-san. Sean, say hi.
Hi.
And I also have with me Trav. Trav, how are we doing?
You know what, Nico? I think we're doing pretty great today. And fellas, for anyone listening in the audience, and even you too, many of you think that this is a show about making friends, having a good time with our friends. It's actually quite the opposite. This is a show about making enemies publicly. And I wanted to, this is something that we have very talked about in depth behind the scenes prior to this show. So I wanted to let you guys know, or ask you guys rather, Nico, Sean, who is today's enemy?
Fred Durst.
No, not one bit Fred Durst. It can't be. Fred Durst is the best.
It's not Fred Durst.
Fred Durst is the best. It can't be Fred Durst.
That's my enemy.
Yeah, Sean's enemy of the day is Fred Durst.
But that's every day, so that's whatever.
Fred, if you want to come on the Crubcast and explain yourself, feel free. I'm happy to talk to you. You're my favorite. My enemy of the day.
No, it's our enemy. Everybody's.
The Crub enemy
well,
of the day?
You can let us know your enemy of the day, and then we can work our way backwards.
Shouldn't it be horse? It'd probably be horses for me.
So BoJack Horseman got
Those horses have had it good for too long.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of horses.
I think together we, as the Crubcast.org or Crub.org, can come together and accept that horses are, in fact, the enemies of the day.
Well, Tim Allen's a close second.
Yay!
Yeah. Tim Allen is always our enemy. Sometimes we go off of horses. We never go off of Tim Allen.
Has Tim Allen ever ridden a horse?
Is he our enemy? Yeah, I guess he is, isn't he? No, who knows? I don't know. I haven't heard from the guy in years. I don't go on the internet.
He knows what he did.
Yeah, well, folks, today, outside of our enemy of the day,
our enemy of the day,
which I want to revisit. I think I have a better answer in me than horses, but we'll come back to it. I think I have a more creative answer in me. But today, I proposed to this group that you know we're kind of the music heads of Crub, us and Moriarty. And
who's that?
Yeah, it's a good question. He's this guy I know. So it's us and Moriarty, and I think that we could create and craft, just in theory, some really cool ideas for video game soundtracks that perhaps people haven't considered before. And so today, we here at Crub would like to bring you crafting our ideal video game soundtrack. That's right, folks. I've proposed a couple questions to the fellas, but before we get into anything guided, we basically I just want to ask if you guys had any ideas. Like what do you think is sorely lacking from video game soundtracks? You know, for me, I don't play games.
Your
with the
ability
sound
to listen
on
to
a
them.
lot. So yeah, my ability to listen to them. My ability to listen to them.
Your ability to listen to video game music.
Okay,
that is what is held back.
Well, if the music were anything like what I'm about to outline over the course of
stream,
over the course of this next episode, Trav is the enemy of the day.
God,
Tim Allen, the enemy
that
of
was
the
not
day.
intentional.
We're so back.
That was not my intention with this.
We're so back. We're so back. Yeah, that's so funny.
God.
Yeah, no, I don't play games with the sound on a lot. I don't play games with the music on often because a lot of it is orchestral and a lot of it is like a lot of orchestral stuff to me, to my ear, to my palate sounds kind of the samey. In the same way that I'm sure that people who listen to the music that I listen to, like Sean, for example, Limp Bizkit, like all of their songs sound the same. And I like the consistency of that, but that's the sound that I like. It's not the sound that I don't like. Yeah, I can replicate everything Limp Bizkit does. I can't replicate anything that an orchestra does yet. So, yeah.
What is the first orchestra instrument you would tackle? Viola? Cello?
Like in the strings section? String
Tuba.
section, probably a double bass, like the
The
strings double bass.
Bass is cool.
Oh,
Cello.
that bass.
Cello would be cool.
I get it.
Yeah, no, I vibe with it.
I'd go from low to high. Low to high.
Piano for sure. I thought, like, for a second, Trav, you said, like, your ability to listen to music, and I was like, oh, yeah, no, there's a lot of times where, you know, you can't find certain video game music on, say, Spotify or what have you.
You know what?
And that's actually
also a good point, especially with Nintendo saying, screw you, we're going to make our own music streaming platform.
It's like,
but don't worry, guys, they just added Mario 2's soundtrack to the Nintendo Music app.
Yo!
That's wild. That's absolutely insane.
Pain and suffering is all
without
I feel.
Love.
Gosh. But yeah, that is something.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Sean, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I did.
It's okay. I'll cry about it later. Not now though. We have a podcast to do.
We do have a podcast to do. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's weird if game music isn't available on like these services. I feel like if you would upload it like everywhere, like they would make probably the same amount of money as they would from like the very few subscriber conversions they would make. Although they probably had some analysts go and like work this out, like this delta, and maybe someone made the right financial case for it. Who knows?
I don't know. I've like tried to look up, like, for example, like Metal Hellsinger on Spotify, and there was not a lot of songs that I wanted on there. They might be now, but
they're just not on Spotify, which even sucks now because they announced yesterday that the studio is getting shut down.
Yeah. But like that's a fantastic soundtrack.
It literally is like one of the best video game soundtracks, and that's cheating because it's an album. It is a metal album, all intents and purposes.
I see.
It's an amazing
but
soundtrack.
that's like what I like though. That's like the type of thing that I like, right? Like, you know, for me, like I can tell you what I think video game soundtracks have been sorely missing.
Okay.
And it's lyrics, because I love Snake Eater. Like that song rules. That song is a banger. You know? And like I had already been known that song was a banger. So I left the sound on for that game. I didn't for Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance because I didn't have any foreknowledge of it. I didn't have any foreknowledge of it, right? Not in the same way that I did with Snake Eater. But I did then replay the game with the sound on. Like it's all good. It's all good. We rectified. Because that game does kind of have like kind of close to my ideal soundtrack, as close as anything's come that hasn't been touched by Kojima.
Okay. So like Death Stranding.
Death Stranding is a
for you.
Big thumbs up soundtrack for me. I love licensed music.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense because like licensed music can like work in a lot of games, like say like, you know, it makes sense in Cyberpunk and Grand Theft Auto and like a lot of open world stuff like that. But then there's like the ambience that you feel from say like Skyrim or like, you know, Breath of the Wild, where like if you had like licensed music, it just wouldn't fit the game necessarily. So I think it also comes down to like a feel that you want the game to give you. And licensed music does have, you know, its place in gaming. But I don't think it works with every game. Like I can't if I put on Blueprints and I was just walking around to like
Blueprints and you have like
and I'm just
2 Chainz is like bumping.
Like it's not gonna have the same feel.
That's really funny. Or like you boot up Elden Ring and you just hear like Kesha or like Pitbull.
Yeah. Although to be fair, when I like one of my birthdays, I got Mario Kart Double Dash, and I had like my CD player, so I put it on. And I just listened to Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory on like repeat as I played through the entirety of it. Yeah. Because God, that was such a good time.
Yeah, that's thumbs up, dude. That's thummy uppies. That's what I do currently. I just like put on music and game.
And just
vibe. Like I like my foot on the gas when it comes to the music. But Sky, what about you? What do you think video game soundtracks have been missing?
So this is a tough one for me, and it's part of the reason why I decided that I'm gonna just kind of go into this podcast today without thinking too much about the topic.
Sure.
Because I am a huge stickler for artists' intentions and the artistic direction that a video game takes. And I think that trying to impose what I want from my video game music is a wrench in that machine, or like throwing a wrench into things. I think that there's too much artistic artistic integrity that is at stake by offering my opinion. That said, it's also hard for me to think about it if I wanted to, because everything that I've wanted to have been done in a video game soundtrack has already been done before. We already discussed Metal Hellsinger, which is literally a metal album. But also just in games like the new Dooms. It is more than just music. It is sectors of music being played at select times in the music or in the game, depending on what action the player is taking. And it's not like games like Mass Effect or Deus Ex, the Deus Ex prequels, where it will add more tracks onto the music depending on like how intense the action is. It is full on. Here's the bridge. Here's a transition. Here's a long solo that's depending on what action the player is taking. These demons have spawned. Let's go into another bridge, which is going to bridge into this heavier part of the track. And it is real-time mixing of the music that it is everything that I could have wanted in a video game soundtrack and more. So I don't feel like I have a good place for it in this conversation, which is why I am today's enemy of the day.
Today's enemy of the day. Today's enemy of the day, Travis Travelton.
But if we're getting aside from that, we'll talk. We'll make it a bit more streamlined. We'll talk about games that play an entire track uninterrupted, that don't mix a track, that don't change a song midway through to add tracks or to mix it. Okay. Which is, how most video games do their soundtrack. I think something that is sorely missing is the correlation between the different facets of the creation of the product, which I know feels like a bit of a cop-out answer, but I think that for a musician to truly understand what is needed in the moment, they need better access to the games at hand. And as we grow and as more and more games are made by these AAA developers, there's a drive for them to keep these secrets, to keep the facets of the game secret, because they are afraid of stuff leaking about the game. It recently came out that even Mick Gordon didn't know too much about Doom Eternal, and he wasn't told too much about Doom Eternal, which makes it really surprising of how well that soundtrack worked out. Yeah. But I'm gonna say that is more of a fluke more than anything.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that it is a coincidence that he managed to pull off an amazing soundtrack for Doom Eternal without knowing most of what he was composing for. And that turns into a whole issue with how these larger companies treat contractors. I have worked as a contractor for these big companies before, and Mick deserves better. I'll just say that.
No, for what it's worth, I'm aligned with you on all fronts.
Yes.
I think that being there for the creative process is like sort of...
Zippers.
Sorry, Sean, you go first. I have a longer point.
No, go. You're good. You're on it. Go. Send it. Full send.
I think that like segues into today's topic like pretty well, because I like sort of thinking ideologically of like, okay, this is a thought exercise of how would we back out of the music and into a game, essentially, right? Like, and I don't think, I think there are a lot of people who have done that, right? Like, obviously, like we have a lot of like cool little rhythm games. Like Justin and I played Rhythm Doctor, which I think finally got its full release. Shouts out.
Hey.
Yeah.
And
friends of the show.
Friends of the show. I don't know about that, but we enjoy their game very much. It's like, obviously there are games that like have started with music first. I think it's just a fun exercise to do, and I think I don't think I've seen two of those exercises being done and come out in kind of the same spot, which is what really fascinates me about it. Which is why I kind of want to get a little creative and talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it does. Like, when I think of, because the way you just worded that, like, for me, a lot of people don't know this, but like, I do D&D weekly, and I create a whole game and what have you, which, you know, DMs do. But a way that I like help create the lore and world and stuff is I was listening to music, and I took a lot of inspiration from said music. I'm like, oh, okay, how does this song make me feel? Okay, I'm going to make a character based off of that and what have you. So it kind of like cultivated into this like giant like playlist that I made, where it's like, okay, this character's personality is like this because I listen to this, you know, what have you. So I can, looking at it like from a world building perspective, it really is interesting, because like that really did help me a crap ton when it was like, okay, what interesting characters do I want to make? What, you know, XYZ. And it actually expanded upon that, because now that my players have been in this game for like so long, I actually made playlists for their characters as well. I'm like, okay, cool. Your character makes me think of this song. So I like put this whole like playlist together and what have you. And it's also intertwined with the world itself, because it's like, oh, they found these like musical scrolls and what have you. And it's like, oh, this is your song. This is your song. This is your song. And it's kind of piecing together this entire world that not only was there, but that they built themselves. And music really does bring everything together, because there's a lot of great games, and any that like I love that are like, you know, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 for me personally. And all those games, I can't think of one that has like bad music, like music that doesn't stick with me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that like I feel like does sometimes get overlooked, in the sense that like when you talk about, you know, great games, you talk about the gameplay and level design and characters and story, which are all great, but like the music, without the music, I feel like a lot of those important moments would be lost. And I kind of like, I don't know, it's just something that you don't realize how good it is until you take it away.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. You know, and especially like when you have something that takes that much care to kind of like put thought into characters in this way, and come out with an output that is both meaningful and groovy. I think is like right in the pocket. You know what I mean? Like that's like right where we want to be.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to have to bring it up. Like in Kingdom Hearts, there's a lot of like moments where like they bring motifs from like other games and other characters into current songs. Like in Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. One of the boss fights, it has like
you've never played it. You thought you could sneak past us. You thought you could sneak it past us. I'm kidding. Continue, Sean.
I was waiting on it. I was like,
I had to pump fake a little bit. I had to wait for you to get comfortable and then bring it out.
I'm never comfortable when I bring up Kingdom Hearts. Never. But like during one of the fights, it has like, you know, Kyrie's theme and also Sora's theme like as motifs in the song. And it's those callbacks that like really resonate with the player, because it's like, oh, you feel what you felt back then. And it's also like a look back on like the journey as well. And Yoko is one of my favorite composers of all time. Not from, you know, John Lennon, Yoko, but like those moments where, for example, like even in Dark Souls 3, they have the pling pling plong in the final fight, and it just evokes that emotion. And those are the moments that really stick with me when it comes to gaming, soundtracks, and what have you. It's like you made it here. Point. You're looking back at these moments, and like I feel like you can't get that same feel with, you know, licensed music. But at the same time, driving around to Phil Collins' I Don't Care Anymore to Grand Theft Auto 5 with your friends at like 3 a.m. It's such a good vibe. So there's like different vibes, different feelings, and what have you. I don't know where it's going with this. I just got very excited to talk about Kingdom Hearts.
That's just really interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude. Of course, we know you read the Wikipedia right before you came on here. But basically, I think that Sean's on to something though here, right? Like, but I do think I do have to disagree. I do think you can get it from licensed music because, I think it's just licensed music that you and I don't listen to and haven't and don't know yet. And so the reason that I like the idea of this exercise that we have already begun, this exercise that we are now well in the middle of
doing.
I like the idea of a licensed music type beat because I really enjoy the idea of like putting somebody on to something. You know, like I like the idea of like, okay, like I've been put onto a lot of good music, like from like, you know, like Mick Gordon's like one of the ones that I will go out of my way to listen to.
Okay.
Like things like that. But like licensed music, like Guitar Hero 3 defined my like soundtrack, my like childhood at a certain point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that introduced a lot of people to a lot of music. And I really like games that do that for you.
Yeah.
Like Tony for example, Hawk. Like get that and Death Stranding, like I didn't even know about Low Roar until that game, and I was like, wow. And then I listened to the discography, and I'm like, wow, this is really, really good. And also, you know, to go off of what you said, like though, like actually, Death Stranding's Low Roar.
Yeah, that's the one, dude.
Yeah,
that's
like
the one.
Now that I'm like looking back, I'm like, actually, no, licensed music can also invoke those feelings a little bit. I mean, obviously they can, but like when I'm talking about what I meant was
gotta
like
use bands that have been in car commercials. You can do it if you do. I mean, especially if you do something like the Batman, with the something and the why, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and they like put the whole. Like they used that and they made a soundtrack like around that. Like that's also an option. You know what I mean?
Yeah, using this like licensed music as the template and making sure that it kind of resembles everything else.
Yeah, and having that be the leitmotif. Like that is a way to go.
Yeah, actually, no, you're right. I actually hadn't considered that.
There's just I just and the only reason I even say it, Sean, is like not even to refute because obviously like like
this is a conversation. We're not arguing.
Exactly.
I'll argue.
But Trav's the enemy of the day. Enemy of the day. And speaking of the enemy
in the day.
Speaking of the enemy of the day, today's other enemy of the day, that's right, is the Crubcast. That's right, you can find us at Crub Official every single where on the internet except for Twitch, where we are at Crub_official, where we go live every Tuesday evening around between 6:30 and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch us on crub.org/join, where you can talk to us in our free public Discord, patreon.com/crub for everything Patreon. We have hours and hours and hours of content. If you like any of this, you can see more there, such as many, many hours of Kevin, Chris, and Justin talking about Pokemon. You can see me playing cards with various folk. You can see Sean doing some brackets. You can see Trav doing some other things here and there. And,
TBD.
you know, you can just generally get a better vibe for us over there for as little as $2 a month, where you can throw a quarter at Brody. That is right. And Crub.org for everything else. Now back to the show. Trav, how do you feel about we just went over licensed music. Now I don't want to I think for me, if I'm doing my ideal game soundtrack, I'm going licensed because
what's the first song you put in?
Of everything that we just talked about. Like I just kind of see it laterally where I'm like, you can mix licensed and not licensed. You can like steal people's motifs. It makes writing a lot easier. It also helps you put like, it also like if you had a song like that you've been honing a story to in your head over X number of years, right? We all have those songs that we listen to that we just visualize ourselves being a badass or like asking the girl out or whatever, right? Like we all have songs with like those types of stories. And I think that if you have those, it allows you, the artist, to the opportunity to craft that moment. And so that's kind of why I lean toward licensed music for me. Now, Sean, you asked me what would I choose? I think, like, you know, for me, I'm kind of a little more high octane. Like, whatever's going on in this game that I'm making is going to be speed. It's going to be not speed, but it's going to be high octane, right? It's going to be like a lot of Soulsy, like bossy type BS.
Intense.
And so I'm picking something like a Good God by Korn, right? Where it's like kind of, it's like not a deep cut, but it's a deep cut enough where, like, and the guitar tone is like really amateur-ish, which makes it like more appealing for like me.
Yeah.
Makes it more raw. And so I just like hear that and I'm like, you know, if I'm like gearing up for like a boss fight and I just hear in like the background, like with the low pass filter as like the main character is saying something cool, I just hear like, and then they do like a let's finish this like type beat, right? Like it could be all cool and badass and it goes into like the main dun 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 dun.
I really wish that you would have listened to Metal Gear Rising's soundtrack so badly now.
I did the second time I played it.
He's repented.
I've repented. It's exactly what I'm asking for.
You will be raptured then.
It's exactly what I'm asking
Rapture
for. Yeah,
tomorrow.
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is kind of what I like. What I end up backing into gameplay and soundtrack. Like by the end of this, my soundtrack will end up looking exactly like that, with the exception that I want it to be kind of licensed music. And I want it specifically to be done by Korn. I think having Korn do the soundtrack would be like
I'm all for it, but it's also really funny.
Yeah, it'd be thummy uppies.
So I don't like that word.
Fellies, what are you guys doing? You know, as we start to like think a little more past this, like, so are you guys? I mean, are you doing licensed music or not? And if not, like, let's kind of go a one or two layers deeper, right? Like, so how do you want to tie this in? How is your soundtrack going to tie into your gameplay? What would your soundtrack look like? What are we talking here at a high level? Mainly
do you have thoughts, Sean? Because I have some.
Yeah.
If you need some time. So my thoughts are, if I'm going to have a soundtrack that is using licensed music, I want to make sure that the experience is tailored for it. So a lot of what I'm about to say is more of, hey, imagine this as a video game soundtrack, and then trying to imagine said video game based off of what that soundtrack is making you feel. And I've been listening to a lot of Dillinger Escape Plan recently.
Nice.
Ooh.
And I think I would like to see how the hell that would work. I have no idea, honestly. But
yeah. I think that'd work out
I would like to see that.
I think it could work in like
I think
see that working like an Ultra Kill type game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something a little frantic, high octane.
Yeah, frantic, high octane, like frenetic. Like you would need like the music taste. It's funny because I think the music taste like kind of suits the wearer, right? And like
Absolutely.
you know, like for me, like the stuff that I'm picking right now is just so like straightforward, and like this is where the beat is. I think like it's really funny, you know, Trav, because I think the gameplay that I reckon a game that you would make fits the Dillinger Escape Plan music in the same way that like that gameplay of a game that I would make fits like a Korn type scenario. Sean, you're kind of in the middle there, brother. What or on the edges or all over the place in comparison to us too. I feel like you probably do have the biggest breadth of taste out of the three of us.
Like,
pretty big bread, dude.
Thanks. I've been working on it for the past hour. It's not ready yet, but for me, okay. So like, I currently am making a video game. So I don't really want to go into like the soundtrack of that, but like for me, if I were to, hypothetically, if I were to do one, a song that I thought of when I was like trying to figure out how to code for like a 2D platformer was like a synthwave version of a Kill Switch Engage song.
Oh yeah, man, big time.
Like as a
cool.
boss fight situation, like. So I was like, okay, I could do something like that, like very like, synthwave, lo-fi vibe with that. But at the same time, like it would kick up whenever you get into these crazy hard bosses and what have you. It's very hard for me to say what the perfect soundtrack would be because like I grew up on Tony Hawk. I grew up on those soundtracks like that. Jeez. Metal Hellsinger is one of my favorite soundtracks. So is Metal Gear Rising. But also then I look back at like Donkey Kong Country and I'm like, oh, that's such a good soundtrack, or Banjo-Kazooie. And yeah. And there's so many songs that I think could work with the perfect soundtrack. For me, I just keep thinking of that like synthwave Kill Switch Engage song
awesome.
that like
End of Heartache.
So it's like a licensed version, but also like different.
Dude, synthwave End of Heartache at the boss fight at the end of your level would super hit. Like,
actually, which one was it?
I only say End of Heartache because I think that opening, like the I think that would hit really well on synthwave. But I also haven't given Chill Switch Engage a listen, so I should probably check that out.
Oh, highly recommend.
Yeah,
I think it actually was End of Heartache. Now that I think about it,
and you said synthwave End of Heartache is the one that comes to my brain.
Mm-hmm.
But
it wasn't This Fire.
No.
Although I do really like that song. I like that song. I learned how to play that on guitar, and I also learned how to play that on piano, like the intro.
Jeez Louise. Dude.
But yeah, like a synthwave, like I could see like a bunch of like different licensed music, but like covers of it. I think that kind of changes it because it's like, okay, I really like this song. What if I did like a different version of it that kind of like encapsulates the feeling around me? Because they did that with like Metal Gear Solid 5. Well, actually, no, they didn't. I lied. Ignore that. Someone stabbed me.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean they did a lot of licensed music in MGS5.
I meant like cover, like license.
Covers. Yeah. Covers would be super cool.
That's why I messed up.
There are games that Guitar Hero 1 and 2.
That's the one thing that like I really missed about the Guitar Hero games as they like got further along with like Rock Band or what have you. It was just like, okay, now we're just gonna get the actual track. No, I want to hear these like people singing this.
Yeah, I kind of
the actual singer.
I kind of don't mind like the covers and the impressions. I actually kind of didn't mind that way. Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Makes me feel like I'm actually in that weird band. It's like, okay, yeah, that's Steve.
And then you get the trivia of like, oh, like this band actually came in and re-recorded their actual demos or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, Gosh. or like, oh, like, did you know Guitar Hero helped this band preserve their backlog or whatever? Like,
Guitar Hero was like huge.
Wheatus could have used that when they re-recorded the entirety of Teenage Dirtbag in 2020 because they lost the original masters.
Was that in Guitar Hero?
No, but I said they could have used it. They could have used that as a service.
I was like, I do not remember that in any way, shape, or form.
That'd be funny though if Wheatus Teenage Dirtbag was in. Actually, you know what? I'm changing my answer. That'd be a good game soundtrack. Wheatus Teenage Dirtbag.
Yes.
No, pop punk
version of that.
Pop punk would be the worst, I think, genre for video game like music soundtrack.
It only works with like skating or like snowboarding.
Yeah, it only works
or
with
like ATV.
Like a bit of purple in my tangerine.
Yeah, right. Like literally, if I'm just like out here, like we're under the bleachers and I want to
kiss you,
take some action. Yeah, like that's like it only works in skating games.
And even then it might be like a skipped. It's like, okay, that's enough of that one.
Yeah. I'm a bit like, the thing is, like, Metal Gear Rising has the nu metal, and so you do see nu metal being done. Nu metal is my genre, by the way. Like, nu metal is the genre that I would pick for this exercise. Of course, as we know, Korn's doing my soundtrack, but like, even if I wasn't doing licensed music, it would still be nu metal, because nu metal is the only genre of metal.
It's the only genre.
It's the only genre of metal. Yeah, no, it's just it's the one where the digital stuff still has like human elements to it, in a way that like Octane Core these days kind of doesn't. But anyway, I digress. Not
You're sure it says Gandalf?
Yes.
Sorry, I just saw that. Why?
Perhaps I'll share that. Perhaps I'll share that on the Patreon or something. It's okay. Quite the detail.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Family Guy Cutaway.
Family Guy Cutaway. Yeah, so I guess like that answers, like, I'm going through some of these questions. I have some questions that I posed in the group chat, as you fellies know, but for the audience. And one of those questions, of course, are there any games with soundtracks that are close to your vision? We kind of got through that. We're tying the soundtrack into the game. Do you have any emotions that you would like to perhaps try to evoke from your players through
Power.
Music? And that
Strength.
doesn't, yeah, like general vibes.
Perseverance.
Like that. Power, strength, perseverance.
Perseverance, but through sheer freaking willpower.
Sounds like you kind of want some chaos there too, Trav.
Yes.
A little mass
explosions.
Chaos. Yeah. Sean, what about you? You have any emotions?
Key changes
that you've or if there are any emotions that you have felt via specifically, like where the music kind of like brought it over the edge, that you would seek to draw inspiration from or replicate.
Just anything
otherwise.
Doom, I'll be honest, but
yeah,
That's
anything
fair.
Doom. I'm kind of with you there too, though. The Doom soundtracks rule. Before Thick Gordon got cut, though.
The new soundtrack's good. I don't care what anyone says.
It is good.
I haven't given it a chance yet, to be honest with you. I just knew it wasn't Mick Gordon, and I was like, and I knew they treated him badly.
It's really, really good for what it tries to be. But yes, also Mick Gordon was not treated well.
Yeah. Thick G. Thick G. Sorry, Sean. I don't mean to cut you off 10 times in a row.
It's okay. Oh. Actually, no. I'm not going to cry about this one.
You shouldn't.
But it will be my 13th reason. Anyway, for me, self-reflection and looking back on the journey to see how far you've come, to see the success and like you have spent all this time getting to this moment. You've gone through random NPC conversation or like, I died to this boss. That's super easy. What the heck? 3 times. Stupid. Annoying. But like looking back on the self-reflection and, I'd have like a motif about like self-doubt being there. Like one of the like darker moments, but then like just this rising triumphant noise that echoes and grows louder and louder and louder until suddenly phase 2 of the boss happens. This is it.
Sean, I'm sorry.
I know. Like that.
They're coming for me, bro. They're coming for me.
But there's like a lot of I know it's a cop out because it's me. Kingdom Hearts is the one soundtrack that like always invokes emotion within me. Like even just the title screen. Just like the first time I played Kingdom Hearts 3, shut up. The first time I played Kingdom Hearts 3, like putting that in, just seeing the
shouts out longtime Crub listeners who know.
Oh yeah, that whatever.
If you know, you know.
13th reason part 2. So like putting that on for the first time, within 10 minutes, I was bawling because I've been waiting for so long. The music was like hitting me and what have you. And then there's like certain moments throughout the game where like, these motifs come back and like, it's like, oh, I remember that because that's in this, blah, 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 like Shion's theme and what have you. It's just, it feels so good. But that's like kind of like the idea that I want to go for. Like, looking back on these moments and like the progression of the story also progresses in music.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Big fan.
Yeah, I like that too.
I like that a lot. I
Yeah.
think like
You better.
yeah, I think that having like some kind of an idea that like grows and evolves over the course of the entire soundtrack, and like, you know, you were talking about motifs earlier.
Mhm.
And I think that that's like the type of thing where if you have like one super strong one throughout the entire game that like just keeps growing and building, it'd be super cool. I know that's like super general terms. I know it's easier said than done to be like, yeah, put a leitmotif in my game. But like, you know, it's also like something that if you are thinking about it, it's much easier to implement than if you're not thinking about it, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, because like for me, I'm not thinking about it. Like for mine, my general theme is just like how
Vibe.
heavy, vibe. Like how heavy can we get within reason? And like, I really just want to make people feel like they are about to succeed heavily.
Okay.
Like, I just want to get people hyped up for whatever it is they are about to do, and then subsequently whatever it is they are doing. Because, you know, not that I think that any emotion other than hype isn't worth it. Sorry, I'm doing bits. Pull it back.
How could you?
I think like hype is one of those emotions that I am very capable of getting across a lot easier than a lot of other ones, because it's the one that I kind of feel the strongest.
Sure.
And it's the one that I've always felt the best with, right? Like being hype about something. Just like hits a lot harder for me than not being hype, right? Or than being like sad, or like trying to make people sad, or trying to make people like nostalgic, or like these other like super emotional like type vibes, right? Like I can't do those, because like I really don't.
You want
Like they're not
Good.
fun feelings for me, and so I don't want to create a non-fun environment for others. I understand.
you want
that
you want
they're
the like standing here moments.
right. Yeah, like I just want like something, you know, I just want to make it be like, you know,
Hype.
yeah, like right, like we're like, oh my
We're in
god,
this. Let's go.
this sword that I have just been given is about to be a machine that turns bosses into dead. And like, and you know, Rip and Tear does that like pretty successfully. You know,
See, that's interesting to me, because I generally want the same vibe, but at the same time, not at all. I want something that is also reflecting the stakes at hand, the feeling that if you fuck up, if you can't persevere, that's it. The world is over as we know it.
Yeah.
You need to push through this if you want to, you know,
live. Yeah.
fix everything.
Yeah.
I love reflection of stakes in my soundtrack. And weirdly enough, something that I think of that I think did that really well is Batman v Superman. For the few things I can praise that movie for, it's a movie, not a game. So
Crazy.
whatever.
I've never seen it.
Good.
Is that the
It's
new?
not good. It's not good.
Is that the new one?
No.
Batman v Superman was the Zack Snyder movie from like 2015.
Who
Was
is
it that long
Batman
ago?
in that movie?
Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
So it's the new. Okay, yeah, it is the new one. It's the newest Batman we have seen. That's not Pattinson.
Yes, technically.
Yeah, the newest non-Pattinson Batman that we've seen.
It's over
Actually,
a decade
you're
ago,
right.
man.
Oh, that feels
No, it's
Almost
true.
a
I
decade
did
ago.
I did realize that like some songs that I listened to that I like quite a lot like came out like almost 10 years ago or over 10 years ago, and I was like, oh man, that's crazy. 2015 was 10 years ago.
Shut up.
As of time of recording, but yeah, no, it's like just general badassery, right? Like you got like that's the problem that I had with like, and I don't want to go too far into it. I promise I don't. One of the problems I had with Doom Eternal was that the soundtrack was so good that I always felt like I was going to be successful, and then I wasn't. And so it was like just super jarring to me, like as a player.
That makes sense.
You know, yeah. And so I think to accompany my game soundtrack being making you feel like you're about to be hella successful at what you're about to do, the gameplay would have to respond in kind. You know, which is why like the Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, man, that gameplay is just so cool. I like something like that where they took a very unique style of music that is not often seen in video game soundtracks, being nu metal, and putting it with a mechanic that we've never seen kind of before. And the only other time we've seen it is in Fruit Ninja. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it's a very unusual mechanic, the slicing left and right in that game. And I would like to employ the use of some type of a weird combat mechanic like that like feels good. As to what that is, I'm not a game designer, I don't know. But I do think it's like the place to start digging for like inspiration of like what types of things could you do to make the combat like super unique to match the music and like lively to match the music. So that's a
Wii
question.
Sports Boxing.
That's a question I'd have my developer answer. Wii Sports Boxing. Actually, something like a punch. That's something.
Punch out.
You're onto something.
Yeah.
Like a punch
out.
I often think of like blunt weaponry with nu metal. I think nu metal comes better with like a weapon with a handle on it.
Yeah, like I've listened to Slipknot and them hitting the keg.
Yeah,
constantly.
yeah, like a baseball bat. That's a good point. Yeah, like something big and metal and blunt. It doesn't have to be a baseball bat, but like, you know,
Kind of cool.
it'd be kind of cool, and especially if you could like make the mechanic like feel like you're swinging a baseball bat, but it's separate from your normal like hack and slash square triangle light heavy attack type mechanics. I want a separate mechanic. I want a separate mechanic that feels like you can feel the dinger being hit. You know what I mean?
I like that we've gone from like making the perfect soundtrack.
No,
to
this is part of
making
it.
Nico's new game.
This is all part of it. The perfect soundtrack.
Let me make fun of you. Jeez.
No, you're not allowed to do that. It's in Nico's contract.
No,
it's just like Vin Diesel.
Well, I can't read.
God.
I mean, either, bro.
No, that's fair.
Cheers.
That's fair. I honestly, I deserve. I'm spitting some crackpot theories over here. Like, I understand. Cool. I deserve it. Yeah, I don't know.
At least you know.
Yeah, at least I know. Do you guys have anything unusual you'd want to put? Like, is there anything that you've been playing a game or any sound you've heard in real life that you're like, man, this would be cool in a video game soundtrack?
Snake eggs.
In real life?
It's a magnetic toy. They're called snake eggs.
Okay.
There's two magnets. You probably call them something different. That's just what they called them from the story about those little magnetic eggs that when you throw them up in the air, they like keep clacking and they go.
Okay, yeah. I see. Yeah, so Trav wants like the cicada sound on his record.
Yeah, but I want it to be run through like a flanger, and then like the.
Trav wants the flanger cicada sound on her record. That's awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. That was a really solid answer. I really like that. Yeah, I think that's super
nothing
cool.
else matters.
I think that'd be a super cool sound effect to just be used every now and again. Like obviously you can use bend it, twist it, flip it, reverse it every single which way you want to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
bend it over, and you know what? That's a good podcast. That answer, you know,
bend it over.
Good job.
Bend it over.
Talking about this, yeah, you can.
Bend the song.
Okay.
Sean, what would you bend over, flip, and reverse on a video game soundtrack? Weird sounds you've heard.
Trav's
IRL.
answer.
Trav's answer, yeah,
that like I had like a different answer, but then like as it was being explained, like no, that just feels good in my brain, and I need that right now.
Yeah, I feel that.
Right now.
Thank you for the ego boost.
Dude,
I should text her.
I've always been fascinated.
Yes, you should.
With the sound of car keys, like in somebody's hand. Like not jingling, not like jingle, 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 not like that. But like the sound of like catching car keys.
Yeah, that's fair.
because I think that would be like a super cool like percussive sample to just like put in things. But like, yeah, I didn't mean
just
to
imagine
say it. Jingle, 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 jingle. I didn't.
Whenever the game catches that you're being a little bored, just like over
right,
here,
they just
over here.
jingle some keys in front of you. Key jingling simulator. Released through Crub games.
That's going to be Crub's breakout into video game making.
Key jingling simulator. It's an auto clicker.
It's an auto clicker. Gosh, I did also just text her. Anyway,
good. Yes. Yeah, you should. You should just text her. Yeah. And you, listener, should also just text her
right now.
Right now.
Maybe. Actually, depends on the situation, the content. You know what? Actually, no. Do it. Do it right now.
Send that risky text. Disclaimer after a thorough reading of the room. Anyway.
Yeah, because the last thing you want after you finish reading the room incorrectly is that you might end up with today's sponsor question. Nico, what is it?
Yeah, well, folks, today, I would like to say that if you are a member of the Crub Patreon, you can ask us as many questions as you like. That's right. To answer this week's Crub Patreon question of the week. And as I said, if you want to submit your own, patreon.com/Crub. Go on there, try it for a month. Submit as many questions as you want. They can be ridiculous. They can be not ridiculous. It doesn't matter. We try to read the room as much as we can. Throw them in there.
I can't read.
And with that, our question today comes from TheCrazyEven, who writes, what is your funniest AVGN style gamer rage moment that you had, a friend had, or just one you may have seen in person? Internet ones don't count. But shout out to FU. I hope your whole family has a nice Christmas, smiley face.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I'm not familiar.
Your whole family has a nice Christmas.
I'm not familiar with that one, but I'll send it to me later. Yeah. The only ones I'm familiar with on the internet are like the World of Warcraft kid with the remote control. The fake one.
Oh, that's a legendary crash out.
Yeah. And Leroy Jenkins.
I don't know if I have a good one. I
have one. I have a pretty funny one.
Go ahead, and then I'll tell mine.
Go ahead.
I have two funny ones. So one of our friends one time played Bloodborne, and he got so mad at it. Like this is not this individual's type of game, right? And so he got so upset at this game that he was like, all right, I can't do this anymore. He pulled it out and he frisbeed it at the wall and broke it clean in two pieces.
Okay.
And that's Bloodborne, brother. That's a game like that I have played, meaning that it is playable and therefore doable.
Correct.
Gosh. But another time, one of our friends was trying to tell. This is not a video game. This one's not a video game. It's just a funny crash out. It's not really a crash out, but it's a funny rage moment. Our friend was trying. Like, we were talking about memes. We were talking about Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, and like one of our friends was like, "Oh yeah, Mississippi Queen. Like, isn't that in Breaking Bad? Isn't that like in Breaking Bad, or isn't that like the Better Call Saul theme song, Mississippi Queen?" And we were like, "No, not
incorrect.
Really? Like, no, it's not." And like, in the meantime, like he just starts going, "Whoa, sorry, I didn't mean to hit my microphone." But
how dare
he just gets like really, really like he gets progressively more angry with us because he's like, "No, it definitely is the theme song for Better Call Saul. I'm telling you, it's Mississippi Queen." And we were like, "No, it's not." And he just goes, swear jar me for this one. He just goes, this is bullshit. It was so funny. That like broke the tension immediately because we just all started cracking up, every single one of us. And it turns out there was a meme that had like the text of Ozymandias like from Breaking Bad, and it had like the monologue from Breaking Bad, Ozymandias as text. It played Mississippi Queen, and it had like a weird 3D rendering of like a gun being taken apart. And it was like, okay, I don't know how you arrived at this is the theme song, but but it was really funny. It was great, dude.
It's pretty great.
That was awesome.
God.
Yeah, so that's like the funniest, possibly one of the funniest gamer moments I've witnessed. So that one is funny. I guess it's not gaming or gamer moment, but it's funniest,
it's a funny
crash
moment.
out like that rage moment.
Yeah. It sounds like a good one.
Yeah, Sean, do you have any?
I have two.
Okay.
I have a Madden one, which I'm going to tell first. So back in like college, I play Madden because I like football. Shut up. It hurts right now as a Bengals fan. But
it's okay. It hurts as an Eagles fan too.
Joe Burrow's hurt right now.
Oh, that sucks. Sorry.
So during the game, it was like 35-7. And, we're listening to music and what have you. And Team America theme comes on. Right? All of a sudden, it's 7-35. So it's the fourth quarter. As soon as that song comes on, I kid you not, my friend, he's playing my other friend. He scores a touchdown as the song's happening. This song's like a 2-minute song. I watched this man come back. It's like, again, 7:35, 7:30, something like that. And at the end of it, this guy's coming back to the song. No idea how it's possible in like a timeline. But I watched this crash out happen in real time. There's like 3 seconds left. He throws a ball. Guy's running with the football. He's getting tackled at the 3-yard line. He what's it called? He laterals it back to somebody, grabs it one hand, goes over the finish line, the end zone, gets a touchdown, wins the game. As he spikes the ball, my one friend was so angry that this happened. He just got up and yelled no, and then just threw up immediately.
I didn't see that coming. And
so
all.
It was one of those
no, I would never have guessed that the next words out of your mouth were gonna be threw up.
That's what made it, because it was just it was the sequence of catch, touchdown, spike, no, just immediately.
So I would use that in my game soundtrack.
So
I would use that.
I'd put that in my game soundtrack.
I'd put that in my game soundtrack.
It was so good. I really, I'm going to tell him to listen to this podcast, this episode specifically. Just wait till the end.
You have to.
Hey, remember that? And then the second one was my rage moment, where I went to this 80s theme party, right? The day that this 80s theme party is the day that Bloodborne comes out.
Oh, no.
So I come into this place, and everyone's drinking, everyone's having a good time. And then there's my one friend sitting on the couch playing through Bloodborne.
The best game of all time?
But this is day one. This man is going through everything. So he's like, hey, Sean, you want to try it? I'm like, yeah, let me take a couple shots. So 8 shots and 4 drinks later in.
Did you take out his disc and frisbee it at the wall and break it in half?
We're not there yet.
Okay.
So he's freaking out because he's playing one of the final bosses. He's fighting Margot's wet nurse.
Nice.
And Kenny Loggins' Highway to the Danger Zone comes on. Beats them. He makes it to the final boss. Which is, the whole, I'm not going to go into the spoilers.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, Kenny Loggins is on. He's like, here, Sean. I have no history with this game. I am well inebriated.
Here you go. Here's the final boss.
I'm fighting this final boss at Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone. The entirety of that song, I am playing this game. I am. It's just. I need you. I'm not putting this down. I am fighting this guy with everything of my being. Okay, I don't know how to play this game, but I'm trying. I use all my every flask. It doesn't matter. I'm so mad about it because the song ends. He was one hit away, and I fucking die.
Swear jar of that for Chris.
I need you to understand something. I was feeling so good, and I need you full health. I'm like, oh, the song's ending. Okay, I get hit. Another hit. I just got in my head. I got in my head and I got greedy and I went for. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
No, I understand, dude. That like,
And then I didn't even. No. And here's the worst part. So I'm like, I'll try again. I die within 2 hits.
Yeah.
Never. I didn't play Bloodborne for a very long time after that. I'm so mad about it.
It's never as
love that boss, but
it's never as
no.
Like it's never like it is that first time when you get
no,
close.
You're like,
it's like you got to give up for the night. Unfortunately, when that happens.
Now, the only benefit to that entire ordeal was that I was so inebriated that I didn't really remember how much of that fight went.
Yeah.
Other than like, oh, I know where the fight happens.
Right. You were just like, you
and
were on
also,
autopilot, brother.
And they have a scythe and Kenny Loggins is here.
Kenny Loggins.
I'd vote for him.
I can't compete with that. I've been struggling to think of one this entire time. So I think I'd rather just let that be the book.
Yeah. No, honestly, ending on that one, that was awesome.
It's not.
It's
Which
okay,
one? The throwing up or the Kenny Loggins?
Both,
pretty
bro.
great.
The throwing up was so funny. Remember, folks.
That's the thing. It was so unexpected. Just like seeing that like sequence of like catch, touchdown, projectile. Just like screaming, no!
I don't hang out with a lot of ragers. I hate to say it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like. Well, I used to actually. I knew a kid who used to like rage pretty hard. Like he would.
Let's go on a rager.
Yeah, but anyway, fellies, what have we learned this week?
I don't know.
We've learned that music is good, and and the licensed music can be used in video game soundtracks and be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
We've learned that Sean still hasn't played Kingdom Hearts, and we have learned that Madden is something to throw up at. Madden games to throw up to.
Madden. That's my next tier list.
Yeah. Top 10 top Madden games to throw up to.
Can that be the thumbnail for this pod?
Top Madden games to throw up to. I don't think so, unfortunately, but it can be a thumbnail
Madden
for
25
at some point. Folks, it's been a good one. For Crub, this has been Trav. This has been Sean Wolf Chaoson. This has been All Hail Buckets. That's right. We will catch you in the next one. And with that, folks, we hope to see you next time where it keeps getting worse. See you later.